Cenk Uygur, known online as one of the Young Turks, isn't afraid to throw some punches.
3, 2, 1, fade up.
I just remember thinking, what is this guy's name?
Cenk the Turk Uygur.
What would you do if you walked into your office and you found that 2 of your best employees have been having some sort of sexual affair and they're like on your desk getting it on, hitting a doggy?
Okay. Well, number one, I'm not sure I want to answer that question. Number two, is it possible that they're both women? In which case, not guilty.
You're the worst! You're the worst!
I love this accent. Was that? He's from New York, but it sounded almost like a Boston accent. You're parking your car. I mean, it's not in Harvey Yard, but you're parking it. Okay. So,
and what I found so interesting is what guys do to display that they're dominant. So, for instance, they don't sit like this or like this. They'll sit down with like both their arms out on both chairs next to them.
Okay.
They never stay in one part of the room. They like to move around. They like to move around.
That's true. Yeah.
So that's how they show that they're
totally true.
Here's some more details on what's successful for men. Oh my God.
Okay, now, when was this the greatest moment of the kid's life? Absolutely. I don't care what you say. Oh, but later he might be scarred. Blah 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 blah. No, they're not perfect. Those teachers, but 2 fairly attractive English. Oh my! If my 2 English teachers at 16 wanted to have sex with me in a threesome, oh, my face would have melted. I would have been so happy. Let them go.
All right, so let's
let them go. No way, criminal charges.
We got it. Everyone wants to let him go. Now,
the guy was part of Hizbah. Hizbah is the ISIS religious police, right? And they go looking around for women that show ankles. Selena Gomez would be in a lot of trouble, etc. That we're familiar with in other contexts. Of course, in their context, they might kill you immediately. Yeah. And they also check the produce. That's what they said. I don't know what they're checking the produce for. They're like, what do you do with this cucumber? Very questionable, right? If you're a family living there and you're like, okay, my produce is fine. But wait, did you eat all your broccoli, Ahmed? Oh no. I have an announcement. Uh-oh. So Dave's been a great part of the network for a long time. The Rubin Report obviously appeared on the Young Turks many, many times. He's going to do it again tomorrow. But after that, he is leaving the network. He's got a great new job at riot.org.
It's really any excuse for the.
I know, but are we then celebrating you leaving? No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh,
right?
do we have something sad? Don't we have?
Yeah, oh, Dave is leaving.
No, that's like comically we need like people crying and the sound of.
Here is, but that doesn't quite make sense. Here's the rest of the TYT network.
Yes, there you go. All right. We're getting somewhere now.
And here's what the folks at riot.org are now saying about Dave Rubin.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Got him in a different way. But there's cheering. There's cheering.
No!
I didn't play that last part.
That got weird.
Maybe that's what they say later.
Wow. All right.
In the beginning, they say.
In terms of their yes.
By the end, they say.
No! Jake, if I miss anything, I don't know that it will be anything possibly more than your love of this machine. It's like a time warp, this machine, and you love it.
I do. I can't get enough of it. Okay.
You just love it.
And they're showing a video about, the Muslims are coming. And I thought of going in there and going, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Over under on number of heart attacks would have been 3.
Hi, I'm Terry Richardson, and only in America tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Kate Upton demonstrating the
Cat Daddy.
Take it away, Kate. All right.
Okay, go.
Hit it, go far.
Looking
for your girl, just missed it. Then my cat daddy, and I took it down. Timber. When it's cold, mama.
Okay, so that's the video.
Let's keep it rolling. What's going on?
Anyway,
Oh boy, here he goes again. Joe Biden, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't do it, man. He's gonna be in public. He's gonna be on camera, and he's gonna get up and close with another woman. Oh, for Christ's sake! Now this time, it's Ashton Carter's wife. Now Ashton Carter's a new Secretary of Defense, so he's, doing a press conference. They're introducing him to the nation. Here he is. Meanwhile, Biden in the background with Ashton's wife, like, "Oh, sick. How you doing, baby? How you doing? Hey, no. We got the video. Let's go."
I think you know how much it means to me to have you swear me in today, and I thank you. And for me, this is the highest honor to be the 25th Secretary of Defense. I'm grateful to the President and the Vice President for your trust and confidence, and to the U.S. Senate as well for their trust and confidence. I've got a lot of thanks to give out here. First and foremost to my perfect wife, Stephanie.
Oh, come on. Joe, say it ain't so, Joe. Say it ain't so. Why? Why do you have to be all handsy? Like, oh, hey, how you doing, Stephanie? She apparently had some trouble with the ice. That's what people are theorizing, that maybe that's what he was whispering into her ear. Or maybe it was like, let's get out of here. Now, Washington Post described it more gently. They said that Biden is, quote, the most powerful close talker in the world. And I can actually attest to that. I met Joe Biden once, long time ago when he was senator. And as we were talking, he got about this close to my face. I was like, hello, Senator Biden. That's a very interesting point on foreign policy. I wish you'd make it about a foot away. Okay. Guys have a little bit more trouble faking the orgasm.
Yeah, but a lot of guys do fake orgasms. I was reading this really fascinating article.
Why bother?
Huh?
Why bother?
Because maybe they're having a hard time completing, and so
Or
they
not a
don't
hard time.
want the woman or the girl to feel bad about it. So they'll pretend like they've orgasmed, and obviously it's much easier if you're wearing a condom. But this one guy was sharing his story, and apparently he was hitting a doggy, okay? And he was just getting exhausted. He just wasn't in the mood. It wasn't happening. So he literally spit on her back to make her think.
Oh, Jesus. There's no need for that, man. There's no call for that. Look, man, just be like, hey, I'll hit you up tomorrow or whatever. You don't need to spit on her, for Christ's sake.